Welcome to the show, everybody. Today, we're diving deep, man, like really deep into the world of assassins. These dudes and dudettes are like shadows, man. They operate in the darkness, taking out targets with precision and skill that'll blow your mind. We're talking about the real deal here, not just some Hollywood action flick. From ancient times to modern-day espionage, we're gonna uncover the secrets, the stories, and the skills of these elusive figures. We'll explore the history of assassins, their techniques, the weapons they used, and some of the most famous assassinations in history. Get ready to have your mind blown, because we're about to unravel the mysteries of the world's most dangerous profession. This is some real-life James Bond stuff, folks. You don't want to miss this. So where do we even begin with assassins, right? It's a tale as old as time itself. These guys have been around forever, man. From the shadows of ancient ruins to the bustling streets of modern cities, their presence has always been felt, like way back in the day. We're talking about times when history was still being written on scrolls and artifacts. We're talking ancient civilizations, secret societies, the whole 9 yards. These were the original shadow operatives. One of the earliest and most notorious groups of assassins were the Assassinations. Their name has echoed through the corridors of history. These guys were a mysterious Islamic sect that operated in Persia and Syria during the Middle Ages. Their base of operations was the formidable Alamut Castle. They were like the ninjas of their time, man, masters of stealth and disguise. Their ability to blend into the shadows was unparalleled. And their leader, Hassan-i-Sabah, was a total badass. He was a visionary who knew how to inspire and control his followers. Legend has it that Hassan-i-Sabah would dose his followers with hashish, this potent drug, and then bring them to this beautiful garden paradise. It was a psychological masterstroke. They'd wake up in this garden surrounded by beautiful women and everything they could ever want. It was like a dream come true. And then, Hassan-i-Sabah would tell them that this paradise was just a taste of what awaited them in the afterlife if they died in service to him. It was a powerful motivator. These guys were fearless, man. They believed they were invincible, destined for eternal paradise. They'd take on anyone, no matter how powerful. Kings, generals, no one was safe from their reach. They even assassinated a few kings in their time. Their reputation was built on fear and precision. They were the ultimate weapon of fear. Their very name struck terror into the hearts of their enemies. Then you've got the Sicarii, another ancient group of assassins. Their story is equally fascinating. These guys were Jewish rebels fighting against Roman rule in Judea. They were freedom fighters with a deadly edge. They were known for their brutal tactics, man. Their preferred weapon was the Sika, a small dagger perfect for close encounters. They'd blend into crowds, often during religious festivals, and stab their victims to death with daggers before disappearing back into the chaos. It was a deadly game of hide and seek. And let's not forget about the ninjas of Japan. Their legend is one of the most enduring. These guys were like the ultimate stealth warriors. Their skills in espionage were unmatched. They were masters of espionage, sabotage, and assassination. Their techniques were honed over centuries. They trained in secret, developing incredible skills in martial arts, disguise, and infiltration. Their training was rigorous and relentless. They were like ghosts, man, moving silently and striking without warning. Their presence was felt but rarely seen. Assassins throughout history have all had one thing in common. They were masters of their craft. Their dedication to their art was absolute. They were experts in deception, stealth, and combat. Their skills were a deadly combination. They were the ultimate predators, and their targets never saw them coming. Their legacy is one of fear, precision, and unmatched skill. Alright, let's talk about the tools of the trade, man. What kind of weapons did these assassins use to eliminate their targets? Well, they weren't packing AR-15s and rocket launchers, that's for sure. Back in the day, it was all about being stealthy and up close and personal. We're talking daggers, man. Sharp, deadly daggers, often coated in poison for an extra touch of lethality. They'd slip these bad boys between the ribs and it was game over. And speaking of poison, that was like the ultimate weapon of choice for many assassins. They were masters of toxins, man, concocting deadly brews that could kill in hours, days, or even years. They'd slip it into food, drinks, you name it. It was the perfect way to eliminate a target without leaving a trace. Then you've got throwing knives, blowguns, garrots, and all sorts of other nasty surprises. These assassins were resourceful, man. They could turn anything into a deadly weapon. But it wasn't just about the weapons, man. It was about the skills, the training, the mindset. These guys were masters of stealth and disguise. They could blend into any crowd, disappear into thin air, and strike when their target least expected it. They were like chameleons, man, adapting to their environment and becoming invisible. They'd study their targets, learn their routines, and exploit their weaknesses. They were masters of planning and execution. Alright, let's talk about some of the most famous assassinations in history, man. These are the events that shook the world, changed the course of empires, and left everyone wondering, what the hell just happened? We gotta start with the granddaddy of them all, the assassination of Julius Caesar. This dude was like the rock star of ancient Rome, a brilliant general and a powerful politician. But he also had his enemies, man. And on the Ides of March, a group of senators, led by Brutus and Cassius, stabbed him to death in the Roman Senate. Can you imagine the balls on these guys? Talk about a power move. Then you've got the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne. This one's wild, man. It was 1914, and the world was on the brink of war. Franz Ferdinand and his wife were visiting Sarajevo when a Serbian nationalist, Gavrilo Princip, shot and killed them both. This assassination sparked a chain reaction that led to the outbreak of World War I, one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. And of course, we can't forget about the assassination of John F. Kennedy. This one's still shrouded in mystery and controversy, man. In 1963, JFK was riding in a motorcade in Dallas when shots rang out. He was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested for the murder, but many people believe there was a conspiracy, a cover-up, something more to the story. These assassinations sent shockwaves through the world, man. They remind us that even the most powerful people are vulnerable, and that sometimes history can turn on a dime. From ancient Rome to the early 20th century and the turbulent 1960s, these events have left an indelible mark on history. They serve as stark reminders of the fragility of power and the unpredictable nature of human events. Alright, let's be real, man. Assassins are cool. They're like the ultimate badasses, shrouded in mystery and danger. So it's no surprise that they've captured our imaginations in movies, TV shows, video games, the whole 9 yards. One of the biggest video game franchises of all time, Assassin's Creed, throws you right into the action, man. You play as a highly skilled assassin, traveling through different historical periods, taking out targets and uncovering conspiracies. It's a wild ride, and it's made millions of people want to don a hood and start scaling buildings. But how do real-life assassins compare to their fictional counterparts? Well, for starters, real-life assassinations are rarely as glamorous or action-packed as they are in the movies. There's no slow-motion gunfights, no explosions, no witty one-liners. It's all about precision, efficiency, and getting the job done with as little fuss as possible. But that doesn't mean real-life assassins aren't fascinating, man. They're masters of their craft, experts in deception, and they operate in a world of shadows and secrets. They're the real deal, and that's what makes them so compelling. From James Bond to John Wick, assassins have been a staple of action and thriller movies for decades. They represent the ultimate fantasy, the ability to eliminate your enemies with skill and precision, to disappear into thin air, to live a life of danger and intrigue. Now you might be thinking, okay, assassins were a big deal in the past, but what about today? Are they still relevant in our modern world? Do they still exist? Oh, they exist, man. They're just not as visible as they used to be. In fact, they're more elusive and sophisticated than ever before. In the world of modern warfare and espionage, assassins play a crucial role. They are the silent warriors, the unseen hands that execute missions with precision. Governments and intelligence agencies around the world use assassination as a tool of foreign policy, eliminating threats to national security and maintaining a delicate balance of power. It's a dark but necessary part of global strategy. We're talking about highly trained operatives, often former special forces soldiers with the skills and experience to take out targets with surgical precision. These individuals undergo rigorous training and are equipped with the latest technology. They operate in the shadows, using sophisticated technology and tactics to remain undetected. Their missions are often classified and their identities are kept secret. One of the most well-known intelligence agencies in the world, the CIA, has a long and controversial history with assassination. Their operations have shaped the course of history in many ways. From the Cold War to the War on Terror, the CIA has been linked to numerous covert operations aimed at eliminating enemy leaders and disrupting hostile regimes. These missions are often shrouded in secrecy and controversy. Then you've got Mossad, Israel's intelligence agency. Known for their precision and effectiveness, they are a force to be reckoned with. These guys are legendary for their effectiveness and their willingness to take risks. Their operations are often bold and daring, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. They've been involved in some of the most daring and successful intelligence operations in history, including the assassination of Nazi war criminals and the sabotage of Iran's nuclear program. Their legacy is one of both admiration and fear. Modern-day assassins are a different breed, man. They are the epitome of professionalism and efficiency in a world that demands nothing less. They're highly trained professionals operating in a complex and dangerous world. Their missions require not just physical prowess but also mental acuity and strategic thinking. They're the invisible hand of power, shaping global events from the shadows. Their influence is felt but rarely seen, making them one of the most enigmatic forces in the world today. Well folks, there you have it. A glimpse into the shadowy world of assassins. From ancient times to modern espionage, these elusive figures have played a fascinating and often terrifying role in human history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into fascinating topics. We'll be back with more mind-blowing explorations of the unknown. Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and stay safe out there.